Hello, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is MyWebUniversity at youtube.com. The handle is at MyWebUniversity. And currently I'm at the videos. And as you can see on the videos, I have basically a number of videos, about 1.6K of videos for your learning purpose. I have been doing this one for students and developers and researchers, data scientists, programmers, all kind of people are making very, very nice comments and watching it and subscribing. Thanks for your subscription and for your time watching it. And then when you learn it, please share it with your coworkers, your friends and loved ones and family members, so everybody could benefit from it. Last video when I was doing, I believe it was automation of using Windows PowerShell, automation using Windows PowerShell. That video, I believe at some point I noticed that one of my technical documentation that I provide on my website, it needed to be updated for PowerShell documentation. So as you have seen it on MyWebUniversity.com, which is my secure website, I have been providing you the two website, YouTube channel, which is an English version and also in 4C. So if you click on this one, you get to this version here. And then if you click on the other one right here, you will get the 4C version, which is this one, MyWebUniversity and 4C. At the same time, if you go down here, you could see the book that I wrote online, The Direct Path to Linux Ubuntu, which has 14 chapters. Each chapter is almost another book, and sometimes it's even more than a book, because the entire Linux manual pages, whether it's Rocky Linux or Red Hat Linux or dynamic Linux manual pages on Ubuntu, including Python and C, C++, Go language, Java, anything that you search, you can search dynamically, and I will provide you the PDF version and Node.js and everything. So, and some of the references to this PDF file, if you just go to the doc for Python, you can just get to also from that reference and the URL that is listed, you can also go to python.org, for example, or docs.python, or for something similar for Java, something similar to Node.js. So one documentation leads you to the technical documentation on other websites on the internet. So the entire internet could be at your fingertips by just visiting my website here and then go to chapter 12. So for example, let's say you're looking for ZSH. I provide you ZSH.pdf file here, and then all the PDF file documentation is not good enough because it's only 5 pages of it. However, in the ZSH, for example, when you search for it, you could do Control F and then say HTTPS, search for HTTPS, and you can see the website that or zsh.org public part and sources, all of that one are there. Whichever one you click on, you will get to those download parts. If you just remove this one, just go to zsh.org, you can see the entire thing is available for you. And if you say, well, let's just go to United States of America, then you can see documentation for manual pages, and you can have it on HTML format as well as PDF format. So the United States PDF format, if you just click on it, is 551 pages of ZSH, which is a very, very powerful shell that is enhanced version of Bourne shell, Corn shell, CSH through C shell. I have been talking about it on other videos, and I could just give you a full details of it. At some point, I'll make a video for full course on ZSH, so you can learn all of that. For statement, while statement, how to write function, how to do colors, and how to do this and that, right? So everything I'll cover. But in this topic that I just come out, I wanted to show you some of the chapters that were on MyWebUniversity.com. If you go to the main one, and then let's say you say, what do you have on PowerShell? I want to see. So any of these chapter 2, 3, 4, if you click on them, let's say I go to chapter 4, which is advanced level of Linux. Then on this one, I just also have these tables as well as these videos that you can watch for each of these rows that covers this topic. You can practice them online also. I had shown you before, like if you click on the process tree, you can just click on system 1 and D and you could see the entire system D process and forking other child process as a tree. So you could see those ones, and at the same time, if you want to see manual pages, I provide you this on the HTML format here. And you can type in other commands like pwd and you get the man page here. So everything is very, very easy for you to just learn and practice. But what I want to show you on PowerShell, as you can see here, I'm Linux and Windows technical documentation and PDF format. I have about 32,000 PDF files here for just for Red Hat is 12,747, and the Linux Rocky is about 11,400. These are all in PDF format in a very nice table, and in section 1 through section 9. So whatever file you click on, you get the PDF documentation for that one right here. But if you say, well, Wahid, that's nice, you have it for Red Hat, you have it for Rocky, Ubuntu, what do you have for PowerShell? And I have it for PowerShell. As you can see on Windows, I have it also. On Windows, you can get it 88 commands, and there's audio also here. So if you just click on one of these commands, you'll see the output here on the Windows and the command, and then as well as if you click on the audio, you can just click on it and it will read it for you. So like, for example, if I click here.
Creates a directory, mkdir, drive, pathmd, drive, path if command extensions are enabled. Mkdir changes as follows. Mkdir creates any intermediate directories in the path. If needed, for example, assume a does not exist, then mkdir a, b, c,
So I'm
d.
going to stop it here, and then I go back to the PDF file for Windows PowerShell. So I noticed that last time when I made the video on this video that it says automation using PowerShell, this one, I just noticed that when I did that one, actually, there was about 1757, but that was a long time ago, like a year ago when I just generated these files. So when you come in here, you get all these process, commandlets. So if you just say, for example, get dash process, then you can get the PDF version of that information here. But what I noticed that since I have 1172, I don't have the complete documentation for everything that is on the version that I want. For example, if you search for Control F, you say out dash rainbow. When I was doing that one, you see it does not find it, 0 instance found. So what I did was say, well, I need to just create those stuff. In order to do that one, I wrote a Python program that currently is running, and it's just generating, as you can see, for everything, Azure and everything that is fine as the documentation that it is there. It's running to just generate PDF files. And the other window that I have open, I'm on the same directory that these PDF are getting created. So if I say, just show me how many PDF files you have here so far, and say measure-L, it will tell me that I have 7,335. And since it's running dynamically, as the file gets created here, this will get updated. So the next one that you get it, it's just getting updated. But if all of them were done, then that's maximum how much it is there. So how did I just generate that file? If you just do a get dash help, and then say, not get dash help actually, get dash command, And then this file, I just basically generated that list of them as git type, whether it's functions or this. So I just wrote it into that file at one point. So like here, you can see I'm getting a list of commands that are either function or commandlets. So you can see that there's a big list on this one. So I had to find out on the particular version of PowerShell that I'm using, how many commandlets are available. And for each of these commandlets, if you just do up arrow and say measure -L, you will see that it's 7,414 altogether for commands and commandlets. But if I just don't specify the option here, it says don't say both commandlets and command. The list of function is 3,000, and then the list of commandlets is commandlets. So I just add an extra S, that's why. Commandlets is now showing you 4267. So if I just show that one is that, and then for the function, it is the type, but some of them are also a combination of the two. So if you just add the two of them, it just make that command that I did earlier, function and commandlets, and that is about 7,414. So because when you add up these two, it becomes that. So now let's do that with, if I want to just get the applications to see how many applications are there, and then applications are could be anything, list of 1,400. So if I just say, show me the list of that one, let me just Control C out of this one. I could see what I'm typing, and it's a measure right there. And then that would give you all the application. And some of the application could be a notepad or a calculator or something. Could be Microsoft Word. Could be all of those names that are saying Jupyter Lab, Jupyter Notebook, Visual Studio Code. All of those ones are application. So we don't need to just get help on those applications, because each one of them you could get to use it. And at some point, if I want to just make it so comprehensive that it covers everything, I could write a program to do that one as well. So how do I just generate this help? And then you can say get help, and then say, for example, dash out rainbow, which was not there. If you just do it like this on dash examples, it basically just give you this documentation, right? So in order to just make a Python program, I wrote this Python program, this one. And that one, if I say cat ps underscore white, this file, you just cat is like type, is a alias for get content. So you can see that the script is basically a Python script that generate all these things. And if I just say clear screen, if I just do this one with more, you can see that I wrote it, and then basically it's getting a list and then generating PDF file for it. I'm not gonna go to the source code here at this time, because that is copyright protection. So I just want to give you the idea how I did that one. And then right here, this is still generating. When this is all completed, it's gonna be posted on the site. So let me just open one of them, for example, directory star.pdf. And if I say how many so far is there, the same number. But if I say go ahead now, find out if there's any file with a star and then rainbow star. So if I just see there's a file called out rainbow. So if I say start out dash rainbow, that one will open, and you can see that that is the same documentation in a very nice PDF file. So on the side later on, when I post it on my website, it will be just posted as PDF files, okay? So that is how that information is gonna look. Again, if I say directory star, let's say get dash process, which was already there, I wanna make sure that I don't lose that one. You can see here, start get dash process, and then .pdf, and that would be just that file. So each one that I open, it will be just open if these PDF files as I go, and then just do that one. If I close all of this and then say, go ahead, open another one, let's say directory store get dash command. So get dash command itself is there, yes, it is there. So I say start get dash command .pdf, and it, since I'm doing it in PDF file, it is just basically a very nice with the examples. That is the nice thing. So you will see every examples of the commands that you can use and practice it and start learning Windows PowerShell. If you are on my website, let's say on my website, let's say I'm somewhere here on the website right there, and if you just say Control F get dash command, it is there already. But again, this was only just 1,757, and imagine when it is going to be a bigger list, which is this table is going to be at 7,535 that I'm going to post. When this is all completed, this page will, next time you come in, and there's all kind of things that were previously not there. And the version of the one that I'm doing here, as you can see here, is the version of PowerShell. If I am on the PowerShell, I could say get dash host. This one gave me the version of PowerShell. And this is like a table of hash key value pairs. So it's a key and then value, they're always paired. So what does that mean? If I just run this get host as an object and then say, give me the version information, it will tell me the version is 7.4.6.1 -1. So if I, what is that one is saying that, for example, if I'm looking for the revision is -1, I should get the -1 value here. Revision, I must have typed it wrong. Yeah, I missed the I here, and that's why -1 did not show, now it shows. And the same thing with the build version. Build is version 6, and then the minor is dot minor is 4. I should get them 4, and then the major, which is the major version, is 7. And as you can see, I'm getting that information. If you want all of them, you could just get with this, it will give you all 4. Okay, so that is the version information. Again, these files will be put onto the PDF files. And then I have programs that I have written to just post it there, and then it's going to be populated, and then I'm going to actually, in fact, start putting them on that server. Let's just put everything there. It's going to take a while to upload that many files. You see that start.pdf major, that one is about 7,335. That means I can say, let's copy start.pdf, and then Wahid is my username at www.mywebuniversity.com. And then I could put it into a temporary location on my website. So let me just log in to my website quickly. And then now I'm logged on here, and then I'm gonna go to, this is my current directory. So I'm gonna make a temp directory here. And then under the temp, there's nothing here, right? So clear screen, and then temp is nothing. Oh, actually there already, I had some backup stuff. So I'm not gonna put it in there. I'm gonna make a directory temp1. So temp1 is there, is empty. I'm going to post it here. So how do I post it here? By doing the scopy here. I say, put it into :/home/wahid temp1 dot, meaning that whatever is the name of the file, uploaded there. So sometimes if I talk about secure SSH or secure copy, scopy, or secure FTP, these are client software that you can upload files and very secure SSL kind of thing. So you could just get to upload it securely, so nothing is compromised. If I just provide the password correctly, it is getting uploaded there. You see how fast it is going there? Because I have a faster network, and then it is going there. If I go back here and now say ls-l, you can see all the PDF files are coming here. So ls-l star.pdf, word count -l, you can see 251 of them already came in. But if I just do that same command again, it's 370. So once all the 3,400 files are done, then I will just say, well, this is good. I'm going to move them into a staging. Right now, it's in a staging area. Then I could put it on the production, run my other script to just generate the graphical interface. So let's just show you that one also, because when I'm talking about deployment automation using PowerShell, using Python, and using shell scripting, the whole website, I wrote it in a combination of Python, as well as PowerShell, as well as shell scripting, as well as Java, CSS, HTML, and all of those things. So how do I just do this one? Is 905 of them. And then let's just open another terminal here. On the terminal, I'm going to open one more terminal, and then just leave this one next to this, and then say that is good. And then I'm going to leave it right here, and then I'm going to say sudo su-dash. So I'm going to become a root, because I want to install it on my production. In order to install it on the production, I have to go to my web server under this PowerShell _PDF. So currently, I'm going to go to var www.html. I'm showing you all of my stuff, so please don't think that you should start hacking the website, or you might not be able to, but at the same time, it is not nice to just hack some website or something that there's no money involved, and it is all it is serving the humanity and serving the community of students and researchers and developers to learn and then educate themselves to benefit our society. So that is what I'm referring here. So, and right now it's 1800 is already uploaded, and this is currently getting uploaded. So, and this is also processing. So I'm going to minimize this window. The PDF file is uploaded, and then getting uploaded. And then this screen, I have it is, if I say ls-l star.pdf, you can see the list of PDF file. Let's see where it is. Actually, all index dot, let's see, what is it, the file? Here is all underscore pdf.html file. And then there's index.html on this one. So inside index.html, I have actually where the actually pointing to each of those ones. So every PDF file, you can see, let me minimize this one. I'm gonna clear a screen here and say ref-i PDF index.html. So a lot of the PDF files that are here, you can see for Red Hat 9.2, the man pages are there. For PowerShell, I have to go to the actual PowerShell, because this is not the one that I want to upload. I have to upload it into PowerShell. So this is PowerShell _ PDF, not Red Hat. So this is not the right directory. I'm going to go to PowerShell _ PDF. Now I'm on there, and then clear screen. Now you can see all the PDF files that are there is listed here. So if I just clear screen, say let's start .pdf, then you can see that the list is huge. How many of them are there? Word count -L, about 1757, where my website is showing it. But now I have those other ones. I could bring all of those ones that are on that directory to just have it on the website here. So let's just see how many is already copied here. And then so far uploaded about 3,685. And there's a lot left to go. I could just copy those files, but then I have to do a little bit more there. So I'm going to pause the video for a little bit until this is getting copied. Then we can resume with that one, so you don't have to wait for it for too long. Okay, as you can see here, the upload 100% completed for all 7,335 of them. And if I just run this command again on the temp directory, we have that many PDF files. And all I see is all these PDF files are there. And if I do a word count, as you can see, the word count is 7,335. So that page, when I was uploading it, it completed, and the output is here. So now I need to move all the files from here to where they belong, which is this. Currently, I have under PowerShell PDF files about 1,757 files. So all I have to do is on Linux, I could say move, and then home Wahid temp1 store.pdf and to here. Now I just move them, and if I do a word count here, that is going to be 7,000 something, right? 7,537. So there was two files that were just on top of the whatever it was 35 before, and then two other files that were currently there also that was not on the part that I just uploaded it. So I did not override those ones. But if I get a list of them, notice here, all these files that were the ownership of the files that were previously should be www-data this, not Wahid, because I copied them from the move, and then the permissions or what those files had the permission originally. So how I fixed that one, I wrote another bash script here, and you can see here I'm just cutting -n with line numbers on this one with a very nice colorful there, so you can see it in very greenish kind of color with the laugh out loud cat command piping it, so you can see it. And I'm the author. And then it is copyright to MyWebUniversity. This one is for PowerShell PDF files that when you are on the command line, all you can do is just get the command line in a like if you say get -help and then say out rainbow and -example, it will give you this information. Similarly, for instead of the out rainbow, if you say out the string, those commands are going to give you those kind of output in a PowerShell window. But normally you're not in a PowerShell window, so I want to provide you these resources using my website. And then here, now you have about 1,757, but I'm going to update it with this script. So you, when you go to the script, it's basically just generate all these HTML page out out of those PDF files, and then update it there. And then also change the ownership to properly in the formats. So this is my script here. If I just say cut it in the text file, you can see the entire file in white color, which is nice also. So you can see I need to run that script here. So in order to run it, I just basically say it's a bash script. So let's see, make sure that I have not modified it. Since I do a ls-ld, that file, you can see that it is a read write execute, and then it has since last time I wrote that script was April of 2024, but now that file is going to get updated when I run it. So let's just get to that file, and then we're gonna do this and then run it, and then this is gonna take a little bit in order to just generate all the files that are on that directory that's supposed to be updated. When this is done, in maybe a couple of minutes or couple of less than a minute, it will be updated, and then now it will have a new updated index.html file generated on the fly as a result of this automation. So the purpose of this automation is to help you out. And imagine how much of work is behind the scene to make that page with all the updated information that is available. So once this one is completed, I can also minimize this window and look at that directory. Since the temp is empty now, I can just come back here, say rmdir temp1, I don't need that one. So whenever you do automation, make sure that you can take care of things correctly. So var .html, and then PowerShell PDF. Notice that all the PDF files are here. And notice that some of them are still in progress, so they're still in PDF files that are permissions are not updated yet. But when that script is completed, which is still in the progress. So if I just move this screen here and then move this screen right on top of it, and then have this command say ps minus efa grep minus I ps this remember the name was ps underscore something, right? So I could see that the script is still running. This is telling me that that script is running, and now it completed. If I just do this up arrow, now there's no more process. If I say grep minus v grep, it will not show any process there. Echo $? You can see it's one, meaning that there was not found. So this one, echo $? It is just updated successfully, did not error out or anything. But now I'm on this directory. If I just do ls-ld r, you can see the file with the HTML that got updated as of January 2nd, 2031. You can see 11:31 Pacific Standard Time, and that file is there. And then cat -n index.html. Basically, it is that many files that are having the list of them, right? So if I just say grep -I PDF and the index.html, and then word count -l, you can see it is 7,538 because I had already one or two there. So 35, 37, 38, doesn't matter. As long as I go back to the website, on the website, and now I should have an updated list right here. This information, I need to modify it to the number of files that are there. But notice here, the list is much bigger. It's very nice. All of them is automated. So I just generated 7,535 of them, or 38. So let's go Control F and search for what was available previously. Git command, make sure that it is opening it correctly. Part of the regression testing, every time that you update it, make sure the functionality and then some of the examples that were previously there is there. So like last time we were doing Control F on get dash rainbow, was not there, rainbow. Let's see why it is not showing. Okay, so the dash rainbow, for example, it is still not showing. I can troubleshoot to see why rainbow is not getting generated here. So what I could do is on the directory where I have the old PDF, I'll make sure first the rainbow is there. So the file is there, out rainbow. Somehow it did not get into the HTML page there. And then what I could figure out is that my script has to generate it there. And then if I just go back to the list of one of them, this one is called out, uppercase out. Let me make sure PS for the rainbow is out underscore rainbow.pdf. So let's get back to this page. And then if you click on, for example, new terms here and change this one to out dash rainbow, then it's going to open it, and now out rainbow is there. So it is there, but I need to make sure that it gets into the HTML file. So how do I make sure that the script that it did run it, and let's see if the permissions are now okay. So notice the permissions are all good. There's nothing with Wahid. So if I say clear screen here, ls -l star rainbow, and then you can see the permissions are good. So if I say ls -l star.pdf, word count -l, I have 7,537. And if I say, for some reason, I know what the problem is because of the list of the PDF file that are here is 7,537. But if I say grep -i, and then just look at the grep -i star.pdf, actually PDF file .pdf, and then from index.html, that doesn't count to the same number that is there. Word count -l, you can see I have actually matching about close. So let's just look at vim index.html and search for out underscore rainbow. And so there's nothing like that. And then out rainbow, oh, out dash rainbow, that's what the difference is. So this is out dash rainbow, and there. So when I search for it, most likely I search with out underscore, it's actually out dash. That was my search issue. So if you do like all of these commands is get dash something or out dash something. So when you do control F here and say out dash rainbow, dash is there, out dash rainbow is not showing. Let's see one more time, default, out printers, all of these outs, there are 7 of them, out null, out file, out host, and this. So inside my script here, I'm going to say out rainbow.pdf file is there, but why is it not just getting updated on the page? Maybe because this page, when I click on it, it was still getting populated. So I'm going to refresh this one. Now I get a bigger list, you can see now. And then there's more files, and then there's new format with the size that are bigger. So now I could say Control F out dash rainbow, and you can see it is there. So everything is done with the script correctly. There was no issue, and it is fine again. So if I look for another one, say Control F out dash string, then you know that it finds it. So everything that is on the PDF file, all the files are there. Last thing that, but not least, I need to update this page. And this page says all underscore PDF, and then under all, it is just a page that I could manually go and edit this one to 7,535 or 37. So let me just do a word count on this one. It's not on this one, and it might be right here. But quit out of this, and then say list minus L star.pdf, word count minus L. So it's 7,537. That many PDF files, 7,537. And this page is all underscore PDF. So I'm gonna go to all underscore PDF. And then if you wrote the entire thing, it becomes so simple for you. And then you just have to know your stuff, whether it's HTML page or CSS or anything Python, you wrote it, right? You didn't do cut and paste that you say, don't change that code, otherwise I'm in trouble. So right here, you can see all underscore PDF is there. So I wrote a double L, and that's why I didn't find it. So I'm gonna say vim all underscore PDF .html file, and that opens it. And then at the time that I'm going to update the PowerShell, so I'm going to look for 1757. That is that text that I'm going to say. Was it? Let's see how many was. 7,000. Let's see what it was right here. List minus L.pdf word count minus L 7,537. So on that page, 7,537. So I'm gonna just say 7,537, and we're done. And then take this I out and save it. Now we're good. So all I have to do is refresh this one. And now we have 7,537 Windows PowerShell, and then that documentation is inaccurate because all these PDF files are there. Whichever one you click on, you should get that PDF file for that one. So you don't need to buy books or just go online for everywhere. You could just come in on my website and find all these thousands of documentation. So with this one is more than 40,000 PDF file just on this page. You can see 12,747 for Red Hat, 11,498, and then 600. What is nice about these pages that if you search for it for one of them, then it could lead you to further documentation. Let's say you go on Red Hat, you say, well, that's good. Can I search for Python? Yes, you can. And say search for Python here. Python 3.1 shows up here. The documentation, you read it, it is not enough. It's 12 pages, but Control F here, HTTPS. This is what I was telling you at the very early on this video. So you can click on python.org or docs.python.org. And now I'm taking you to the original source of docs.python.org website, which is documentation for version 3. And you have hundreds of thousands of documentation, references, and tutorials, everything that at your fingertips. At the same time, if you just go search for Control F for let's say HTTPS and say take me to PSF1 or python.org itself, and then from here you can go to downloads directory or documentation or community success stories. So your learning is limitless. And then here, if you just say search for GNU C collection compiler, GCC or C++, then you could see that this one is about 678 pages itself. That is the entire book. So whether you need to use a for statement, a while statement, a function, any kind of programming code that you have to do, variable declaration, compilations, everything is on this documentation. And if you look for HTTPS again here, then there's some documentation on OpenACC to go there for OpenACC. and then you can do OpenMPI, OpenAAP. A lot of these documentations is going to lead you to a lot of other things. And then last time I showed you, if you're looking for like chapter 14 of my book, let's say chapter 12 of my book, which is the direct path to Linux Ubuntu. And then you say, well, that is good on chapter 12, the dynamic generation. You can just click here and type in here, for example, Node.js. And then once you type Node.js, I just generate Node.js for you. Here, documentation. And then you say, that's not enough, take me to https nodejs.org, and then I take you to nodejs.org. And just click on it, code reusability. That's part of the object-oriented programming. So when I wrote my Python program, I made sure that these ones are hyperlinked, so you can just click on it and just take you to Node.js, and then the whole internet is at your fingertips. And then if you just remove this one, say, okay, this is English version, can I go to documentation? Obviously here, just go to docs, and then thousands of other modules on Node.js, whether it's DNS, OS, or HTTP, or tab, all of them are there with their function calls. So if you look at the OS module, all the function calls, that are related to the OS module are there. OS.uptime will give you system uptime. OS.hostname give you the hostname. OS.version give you the version. So simple, so easy. Internet is just at your fingertips. So you can start learning. And if you say, Wahid, can I do something like Go language? Yeah, you can do Go language. Just type in go.pdf, and then you come in here. If there's no Control F and then say no HTTPS, then you could say something like maybe format this module and within Go language. So let's say if you get the format module, and then right here it then shows you that, and then you do HTTPS. Now you have GNU.org, which is GNU is open source. GNU is not Unix. There's 4 of them, so you could just click on the GNU.org and listen this, and then read for the documentation. And this is core utilities. So if you just are going to documentation, you have to find out whichever one it interests you more on it for that documentation, or just go to the main page, GNU.org, and then just look for it. And then similarly for Java, if you just search for Java, and then I print you this one. Now, Java, it was originally written by Sun Microsystem. When Sun Microsystem was acquired by Oracle in 2011, it became part of the Oracle Corporation. So it is under Oracle. So now if you say HTTPS, and you might find documentation docs.oracle. It used to be docs.sun.com, or Sun Microsystem was the website that you could go on there. But now docs.oracle.com, it will give you Java Standard Edition 12 and the language, all of that. So notice it's 21 of them. You can just look for all of them, the one that it interests you. OpenJDK, for example, if that interests you, just click on it, and you can go to OpenJDK, Open Java Development Kit. That is there. So it's all of it is at your fingertips. Now you're on the internet. If you want to go back on my website, just find out this documentation, how useful this is. It is just one app that I wrote the whole thing in Python, and then generated these nice things. On top of it, like these commands that I could do something like, you're looking for a PDF file for any of them, you could do that one as well. So that would be like OpenSSL, let's say, for OpenSSL, and then I just generate OpenSSL PDF file here. And then you can do Control F and say HTTPS, and then now I take you to OpenSSL.org website, and then you don't have to look at the license, you can look at the sources. All the downloads pages are there. So if you have to create a certificate or SSL certificate, then you could just do it through that one with OpenSSL commands. And then create a key and create a cert file, create a CSR file and key, and then generate your cert file, and then the certificate of authority give you, and then you get this the private public key combination, and then it says your connection is secure. So that's how you should get the connection is secure. And valid certificate, you can see the common name is OpenSL-library. If you go to MyWebUniversity.com, my certificate is also valid. You can see connection is secure, and that means everything is going through secure website through common name, and then that's trusted certificate that is installed, and I pay for it. I maintain the server. I do everything to help you out. Please subscribe to my channel so you could support me as well. And I really appreciate when you do that one, or watch my videos, or share it, or pass the knowledge to somebody that is less privileged than you are. God bless you all. I'm going to end this video here. I just wanted to also show you that originally I did not have a kind of thumbnail for it. So I just generated a thumbnail here. And I have written another Python program. Since this is the topic of automation, I'm going to just create a thumbnail out of this image here. And then this would be the image. If I say slide, go from this page, you can see this is how the thumbnail is gonna look. This was the bash scripting that I showed you part of it, and or the entire thing. But the Python program and PowerShell and other things, or behind the scene on the code that was still running, and I just showed you a little bit of it with the cat command earlier on the video. But let me show you how I do this one on the thumbnail. So there's a tool called the snipping tool. I run this one, and then I just take a snipping image of this one right here to here. Okay, let me just move this thing because that one is up here. So I want to move this one up, and I'm going to create a new one. Now this is all by itself. So you have to say that what area you want to get a thumbnail from it. So this is the file. I'm going to say file save as. Now I'm going to save it into my generic directory, which is this directory. I'm going to name it PDF automation. That's PowerPoint. That is PowerShell, Linux, shell scripting, and Python programming that generated all of that, right? So I'm going to call it .jpeg. That's the extension. Now I'm going to open a CMD command here, CMD command, and then at this time I'm going to go to the directory where I have that images, and so I'm going to say cd to demo/images/generic. That directory, I have a couple of JPEG. The one for the automation of PDF file is this one, but the new year I already posted, as you saw it earlier, for Happy New Year, by the way. For those of you that have not watched my video, I made a Happy New Year with the very colorful kind of text and everything, animation of those texts. And so you should see that one. You're going to learn about PowerShell, about Linux PowerShell, Linux Ubuntu integration, everything. So now let's look at this one. I'm gonna move the one that are new year. I already did those ones to my directory called done. So now those directories are there. All I have is here is the JPEG file. And then the Python program that I have here is called thumbnail images. This one, I'm going to open it for you. You could see the content of it. And then last video, I think I put that one on the description also, so you can see that this is the Python program that I could also put it on the description for those of you that are YouTubers and want to create thumbnail with the size of 1280 by 720. That is the length and width and height, basically. And then it's going to use the pillow module and then to create the image and then generate and then with that size, I'm going to read it from the extension of the file, and then after processing it, let's just close this one, and then I'll show you how I do that one. So now all I have to do is, if I say type thumbnail, you can see .python is that script here again in text format. But since I have a clear screen, directory store.jpg, and then I store.python and thumbnail.python, that's the file. So all I have to say is Python, my interpreter, and then thumbnail.py, and it will just read the file automation. It will just create it for me. This is the thumbnail that just created. So I'm going to just say, well, that's good. Let me just see. Somehow I clicked on the wrong button, so I'm gonna say delete it. Yeah, go ahead, delete that one. And Zoom is blocking my eyes. You don't see Zoom, but I didn't see this X to click on it. So let me just make sure that that file got deleted, and I'll regenerate it. So clear screen directory store.jpg. If that file is there, all I have to do is say start it to see if it. I did not alter it when I did the edit. No, it did not get altered. But if I just delete that file now, say delete tn_pdf start, and then you can see that now directory store.jpg is there. I need to just regenerate it. So I'm going to do up arrow and look for Python install. That's gonna open it for me. And this time Zoom is not in front of it, and so it should just open it somewhere here, and then it is already here. And you can see that this is the nice page here. And if I do a dir star.jpg, I have both of the file. And if I want to just open it again, just as a simple test to make sure that's the file, because last time when it opened it, it was right here. And that's the one that I'm going to upload it. So now when I finish the uploading, this is going to be the thumbnail, and then you will just enjoy it and learn it. And then please subscribe to both channel, whether it's English or for C. If you speak for C, please make sure you subscribe on that one also and ask question. I'll help you on both of them. Take care. God bless you. Have fun. Also, if you're looking for Linux advanced levels, go to chapter 4. I told you that for each of these rows, I have documentation on videos that is there, as well as the actual commands that you can click on it and start learning it. And then there's documentation, like for example, if you click on user mode, some of them, because of permission, I have to show you examples. And if you go to chapter 3, for example, and then say, how about the documentation of change mode and change ownership? All of these ones, sometimes I had to do like a book, like a table, so I could just explain to you what is UMask, what is octet numbers, how the change ownership works, how change group works, all of the permission security stuff is written or documented for you. You can practice it. But if you want to practice command, df command, and say, okay, run df-hf extended for file system, and then I run it on my Linux server, and I give you the output dynamically as it shows. So this is human readable, F for extended for file system. And if you just change this one and then say, give me a calendar for this one, and just I give you the calendar command output here. So if you just say, how about doing the date command? Is that dynamic? Yes, it is dynamic. So as you type in the command, it is today is Tuesday, I'm sorry, Friday, or no, it's still Thursday. Thursday, January 2nd, and that's January 2nd. So it's 2 minutes to midnight, and that's exact time there. But if you want to like get like a list of commands to files, you can run and then you get output of it. There's a lot more, and so watch those videos, you will learn a lot from it. Take care, God bless you, bye bye now.